What's going on, YouTube? This is Good Enough Garage. I'm Fox. I will be your host today. I'm here with a project of my own. This is a 1986 Polaris TrailBoss. If you watched our last video, this will seem kind of familiar to you. We just put a snowmobile engine in one of these. So if you are interested in that kind of stuff, please tune into that one next. But anyway, I got this thing for about $200 in Facebook Marketplace today. All the plastics are in pretty good shape. All the wiring seems to be there. It's honestly in pretty good shape for what it is. Tank looks like it was sanded down to paint, or maybe that's algae. I haven't actually looked very hard at that. But it's missing a pull start. I just cleaned the carburetor with my hypersonic cleaner, so that is all together. But anyway, we are going to do a repair on this thing, get it running, get it driving. I know it has spark. I already made sure to test that. This one actually has a key in it, and it also has the neutral reverse light harness hooked up. So if I turn the key on, well, actually no, that's not true. There's not a battery in it right now. I forgot about that. I guess I'll go ahead and get started on getting these plastics pulled off. Alrighty, plastics are loose. If you watched our last video, you'll know that pulling the plastics on ours was very, very easy. That is because that one was clapped out, kind of a piece of crap, if I'm being completely honest with you. This one is a little bit better condition. As you can tell, it is muddy, but it has the seat grommets. That's what I'm thinking of. And that just makes it a little bit better on the seat to hold in place, rather than the whole wedge system that it uses to hold in place. So makes it a little easier on me, I guess. Well, we've got this all off. I guess we can hit it with the jumper cables and the battery to see if we've got any life on the starter. What's kind of weirding me out right now is the fact that the handlebars and the headlight are all loose. So I guess we need to find some nuts for these here. I also forgot to mention, I figured out why our electric start doesn't work. I was poking around with the whole circuit system. I was looking and pulled on the starter wire, the wire from the battery to the starter, just to see if it was, bound up on something. And the whole thing came out, actually. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to get down in there and fix that, which is going to suck. When we pulled the engine out of the other TrailBoss we have up there in Ophim with Auto, it looked like that was like the only way to get to that starter. So if we have to pull the starter or pull the engine partly out, I'm just not going to do it. That'll be someone else's problem. So yeah. All right, I got my fire hazard hooked up there. I'm not sure if it's gas tight. That is gas tight enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and set it a spot where it will flow into the carburetor. And I'll get to wrapping this I don't know what's going on there, but it looks pretty crazy. Other than that, I'll get to wrapping that tie down around this thing, and we'll see how it runs. All right, our carburetor is all hooked up. I already have some of this ratchet strap hooked up to it, just so I have a way to start it until I figure out what's wrong with the electric start. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a shot of brake clean. We'll see what happens. I am not totally sure if the oil injection system is hooked up yet, so I will not be running it for very long until I figure all that out. If not, I guess we're just gonna have to either mix our oil or figure out how to get all that hooked up. That stuff's a pain in the butt, I'll tell you what. We'll just go ahead and give her a little. That's a lot, but okay, let's see what happens. All right. He's on. Kill switch is on. It runs! I don't know what's smoking. Oh, that's the exhaust pipe that's steaming off. But it runs! I don't know why it's so smoky, but it is very, very, very smoky. But there's a bunch of oil up in the exhaust. Hey again, YouTube. Today's the next day. I ended up stopping working on it because it was very late and there's a tornado warning actually around here. I didn't really want to be in the garage when the power went out, so I went inside and played video games for 6 hours. Anyway, back again on the old Polaris. I'm going to try to get the fuel tank hooked up. I bought about 20 feet of fuel line because I use a lot of it all the time out of Amazon, and hopefully that should get here tomorrow. I also got a new pull start. It turns out that these are not an easy four-wheeler to get parts for. So getting a pull start was going to be pretty expensive. I found one for 80 bucks, about $5, $10 shipping. I lowballed the crap out of that guy. I sent him an offer for 40 bucks. He took it. So it should be on the way now. I'm hoping to get it in soon because I really don't want to pull start this thing with a tie down anymore. I actually got pretty close to breaking my wrist last night when I was trying to start it. I ended up wrapping it around the shaft a little bit too many times. So it started and then yanked my wrist really hard. It didn't really hurt very much. It just sort of scared me because I thought I was gonna, like, I don't know, bust my wrist. So, you know. Dobry wieczór, everyone. Good news and bad news. I took the Polaris for a little rip around. I actually just got the gas tank and everything hooked up. Made it look, somewhat presentable. I went through and replaced the fuel line, hooked that all up. It runs really good. Now, the only problem is the transmission is really screwed up. There is an issue where it goes into gear, it rolls forward a little bit, and then you go ahead and put it, give it a little bit more gas, and it falls out of gear inside the transmission and strips the crap out of the gears. So, in order to fix that, I'm going to be bringing this up to Ophim with me in next week. We are planning on going up for my sister and my little brother's Easter break. But we're planning on going up there and swapping all these plastics onto the dollar store Banshee. We're going to go through and replace a lot of the stuff on Otto's quad up there. Otto actually just got a motorcycle, so stay tuned for that video as well. But I guess long story short, we're going to be basically junking this thing. Otto said he'd buy it from me. And I guess since we are going to make a video about it, it's a win-win scenario for everyone. I mean, he gets parts for his quad, we get a little bit of content, I get some money back for the stuff I put into it. You know how it goes. But anyway, after looking through, it looks like a lot of these plastics, like I said, are in good shape. A lot of the bushings are in good shape. The wiring harness is still there. We are actually planning on pulling this transmission apart and going ahead and swapping everything onto his transmission that he has, because the original transmission in his four-wheeler had a crack in it. Thankfully, my transmission has the part that he needs, so we're probably going to end up putting that in his golf cart. And so, I guess this ends part one of this video. Please stay tuned for the next update to this. But anyway, I guess what I'm saying is like and subscribe. Come back in, I don't know, a week or two. You guys should get some content again. If you haven't watched our original videos, feel free to go back and watch them. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you around.